Hey everybody, it's review time again. Of course I am the Diamondback 45, and this time we'll be taking a look at the M&P45 by Smith & Wesson. Oh yeah. Of course this has been safety checked before the camera has come on, but I understand a lot of you like to see that for yourself. So first, I'm going to release our magazine, which is empty. With our finger off the trigger and pointed in a safe direction, we're going to lock the slide back, visually and physically inspect the chamber. It is empty. This pistol is clear and safe. Let's put our magazine back in there. Of course, it is a striker-fired polymer pistol chambered in 45 ACP, or auto, as you can see right there. Other chamberings include 357 SIG, 9mm Luger, and 40 Smith & Wesson. And I don't know if I'm missing any, but if I am, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments. This pistol, how it came to be, it was actually part of the Joint Combat Pistol program by the U.S. military. Basically, the U.S. military wanted to replace the Beretta M9 and go with a 45 pistol. And every major manufacturer of handguns put in an entry, and this was Smith & Wesson's entry. Of course, this one does not have the thumb safety, but I'll get to that, of course. Let's jump into some specs, then we'll get into the good stuff here. Our weight without the magazine is 29.6 ounces. Barrel length on this model is 4.5 inches. Trigger pull is 6.5 pounds. The height here is 5.5 inches, and width on the slide, as you can see right there, 1.2 inches. So let's see what we got here. Of course, accuracy, I'll start off with that. Why not, right? It is not bad, actually. Being a duty pistol, you know, the roll in use can be a duty sidearm, full size. I do about 3.5 to 4 inch groups at 25 yards. So not bad at all. And I have shot with this gun a lot. So definitely happy with the accuracy. Let's see what we got down here with the magazine. Basic steel magazine. We got a polymer bottom pin here. You can take this apart, clean it, service it. Of course, it is 10 rounds, double stacked. Which isn't a problem for me because I'm in California and we have a 10-round limit on our magazines. Yeah, I know. It's not. It's enough to be said about that, I guess. And let's pull this guy out here. What we have here is a little tool, pin, punch, whatever you want to call it. It serves several functions. When you field strip the M&P45, in order to take the slide off, one of the steps is you have to deactivate the sear. There's a little lever down inside there. I'm going to do a separate field strip video, so I'm not going to do that as part of this review in the interest of time and efficiency. But basically you can reach down in there with this tool and do that. Also serves as a punch to punch out some of these pins here. And also these back straps. When you pull out that pin, you're able to remove these back straps here and interchange them. This one's the large, as you can see there. It comes with a small and a medium as well. I have big hands. The large works good for me. And that's what really sold me on this pistol. And really when it stood out from its competition, you know. For instance, I was looking at the Glock 21. I had owned a Glock 17 for years, so the Glock 21 had an advantage already because I was familiar with it. But until I held the M&P45, it was love at first sight, or first grip, I guess you could call it. And did the back straps help you shoot better? Like if you put on a different size, magically you'll group better? No. Not really. But what it does is, of course, gives it a better feel, and it helps you reach these controls better. As you can see, my thumb perfectly reaches the slide lock and the mag release right here. With the smaller grips, I'm way up here, which is no good. And someone with smaller hands would be back here, and they would need the smaller ones. So let's come up a little further here, and we have our mag release. Now, a lot of people like to say that the mag release is ambidextrous. Let me just slide this pin back in here real quick. Which isn't true. What it is reversible. So you can basically reverse it to this side here. So, but what is ambidextrous for you lefties out there is the slide lock or slide release, whatever you want to call it. That is ambidextrous. As you can see, we have one on this side as well, which I'm moving from the opposite side. The left-handed one works just as good, no problems with that. I am left-handed personally, but I shoot right-handed. So basically I've shot both ways, left and right-handed, and no problems. Why I shoot right-handed and I'm a left-handed person is the subject of another video in the future. But I'll just kind of show you here. Do you need ambidextrous controls? That's the big question if you are a left-handed shooter, or if you have a friend who's a left-handed shooter and trying to decide. No, you don't. As you can see, I'm holding in my left hand. You can reach these controls here. And if I shot 100% of the time left-handed, I would prefer this. Why? That's going to be a subject of another video, of course, so look out for that one. And of course, we got our takedown lever here. We've got a rail up front here, and it looks like 3 spots. Mount your lasers, lights, and whatnot. All that fun stuff we love to put on our guns. And let's see what I'm missing here. Trigger, of course. Trigger's real important, right? Let me see what I got back here. Trigger guard, oversized. Not too big, but works good. I just wanted to show you real quick, if you bear with me. Gloved hands. We all love wearing gloves when we shoot, right? This, of course, with a glove, and this is a bulky, cheap glove from Home Depot, and it's perfect. You got perfect amount of clearance in there, and it's good to go, as you can see. So let's get rid of that here. Now, the trigger, of course, similar to the Glock. As you can see, you have to have a good, firm grip and purchase on that, or it's not going to engage. You got to push down on this little guy here, so on this lower portion. And of course, 6.5 pounds, as I said before. Don't need a thumb safety with that. Of course, there's people screaming right now saying, "Oh, I've got a thumb safety on my M&P Diamondback 45. What are you talking about, man?" Well, you know, if you want a thumb safety, then go for it. I think with a 6.5 pound trigger pull and a good safety between your ears, i.e. your brain, that you don't need that thumb safety. Because with the design of these pistols, you know, the safe style striker fired pistols with a heavier trigger pull like that, as long as you don't touch that trigger, it's not going to go off. So, you know, I understand with your 1911s with a really short and really light trigger pull, like a hair trigger, you're going to want that thumb safety. But on a pistol like this, it's pretty much just grab and you're right there. You're ready to go. So that's how I feel about that. Opinions vary as always. On the back here, you do have a bit of a beaver tail reminiscent of the 1911 design. Does it have any function? Not particularly, but it does look cool. Of course, that being an opinion. I like it. I don't know. Barrel axis is good, nice and low. Low enough, of course. Let's move up onto our slide. See if we can kind of get in here. Of course, we have M&P45 etched in there. It is stainless steel, as you can see, with a melanite finish, melanite bluing. Got our Smith & Wesson logo there. And slide serrations. What's going on with those slide serrations? Yeah, I was thinking Smith & Wesson, you trying to go fancy? You trying to look cool or what? And I do like how they look actually, but they're incredibly functional too. Now, you can kind of see there at this angle. Let me try to get focused for you here. These slide serrations, I'm going to cut my fingernails. These slide serrations actually angle outward, as you can see. And what that does is gives you an incredible grip on this slide. It's just good to go. And probably the most functional serrations I've had on a slide. So A+++ on that Smith & Wesson. Digging it. And you get a pair on the front too for your brass checks. There you go, and that's actually unique to the 45 model time of this video. You get them on the front too. The 40 and the 9 and the 357 SIG models do not have that, as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong. And let's see what else we got here. 4.5-inch barrel. Went over that. We got Smith & Wesson on the side here. Just kind of giving an overall look. There's your extractor there. And why don't I give you a shot on the inside. As you can see, there's our chamber. There is the metal colored one. I know they're all metal, but the metal colored one there is going to be your ejector. And that red thing down there is the thing that I do not like that we have to have in California, which is a magazine disconnect. And I don't know, you may like them, I hate them. But yeah, there you go. That's under the hood for you. Let's take a look at our sights. They are dovetailed Novak sights. Very nice. Really dig these sights here. There's your sight picture. The front blade looks dinky, I know, but in person it fills up that entire rear sight. So don't don't go off of what you see exactly. It's kind of an optical illusion here. A lot of people, what they'll criticize with the Novaks is that there's nothing to hook this onto if you injure your weak hand and you want to kind of cock the gun off your belt. But with these serrations and everything, there are many different ways you can do that. Between the knees, you can do it that way. Of course, I can't display that for you at this time with my camera setup, but yeah, loving the sights. Of course, rear is adjustable for windage only. Got red Loctite on there. I had to use a little heat to get it loose, and I believe the Allen wrench, I hope I'm not wrong, is 1/16, I believe. So hopefully I got that right. There's your chamber. Not really a chamber indicator. It's kind of like a little hole there, if I can get in there, where you would see a little brass in there if there was a round in the chamber. So, of course, I'd like to thank you for watching. This has been a review of the M&P45. Of course, please subscribe. I got a bunch more videos coming out that I don't want you to miss. Of course, go to my channel. I've got a bunch of videos for you to check out there as well. And post a comment. Ask me a question. I love hearing from you guys. And I will catch you next time. Thanks a lot.